Crypto Jim K033. What's going on? How's that? What's going on? We're just going to continue here quickly with the trading indicators, blah, 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 blah. All that other stuff. Question for you. Why are there so many indicators? Oh, no, I forgot to get the live stream thing. Hold on one sec. Give me a second, please. Give me a second, please. Vincent, I am doing okay, my man. I am doing okay. Let me just get I keep forgetting this meeting thing. Let me get this, but yeah, just a question. Why are there so many indicators? Why are there so many indicators? Okay, so many different ways to kind of give you an idea which way the price is going. Why is that, do you think? Just a question. Okay, let me close this meeting thing. Let me get back to activity here. We're not streaming that yet. What's going on here? Havana. I didn't go to Havana. I went to Cuba, but I didn't go to Havana. And Havana's safe, yeah. Okay, so where's this thing here? Why am I not showing this? How can I not? Where's my thingy? Because everyone trades you. Red coin is up. Why? Well, people are buying. That's why. I don't know why. Because everyone trades different and banks. Well, what do you mean by trades different? Don't you guys kind of want just one way, one indicator? Like we want one indicator, right? Don't we just want one indicator? How come I cannot stream this now? Oh, there we go. There. News. What news you talking about, buddy? What are you talking about news? There ain't no dang news. The only news is you got to do something and do it soon. That's the news, man. So yeah, frustrating again. Frustrating again. You know, it takes like 5 to 10 minutes just to get this thing set up so you can actually see what's cooking. All right, I can see myself. And why isn't this working? Oh my goodness. This was working a second ago. See, I got to see it. What happened? I crashed the thing? Exactly. I know I'm right in terms of that. I just don't understand. You know, the reason I think. Why does it say? Give me a second, guys. Okay, I'm just trying to get this going back here. Yeah. So, I think I know why. As soon as I bring this down, stop shooting. No. Yeah, it's confusing, man. It takes me 5 minutes just to get this set up by the time I got my chat on the side and get right to the meat of things. Yeah. So I don't have really new news to report in terms of, because we're talking trading, guys. It's what I'm doing right now. I'm not doing trading. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out because now I have coins, right? Network admin, how's it going? So So with that being said, I'm just curious why there's so many indicators. And you know what? What's frustrating the most, guys, is that when you look deep into these things, none of them really are working. You got to work 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones, and then you got to develop your own strategy, I think. Yeah, the wires are in behind. Right? So you got to develop your own strategy, blah, blah, and all this other stuff. I showed you guys my last live stream where I hit pretty much all of them, the trades I did. So I want to show you guys, I want to show you yesterday here in Canada, I don't know, it's called Family Day. So I didn't do anything. I spend time with my family. You guys hear me okay? So I don't want this to be a long one, guys. I just want to get to it because I got some studying to do as well. This is studying for me. No, buddy, no news on that, man. Listen, go to the roadmap. You'll see that the ICO is almost ending, and then if they follow the roadmap, should be in March when the exchange hits. I'm definitely moving on. The only thing you can do is if you've got coins, you need to just treat them as such and just wait to see what happens. Okay, you can get rid of them. You could have traded them. I could have traded those things, and maybe sometimes I regret it, but I just don't know. It's one of those things where you don't know. All of a sudden, it can go right quickly, and I don't want to be caught in that situation where I'm losing even more money, right? So, in terms of that, you just gotta go with the flow, I guess. Do what feels right to you, right? But I mean, BCCX has to open up before any kind of, right? That's going to be a big one, March, to see what's going on. Then you'll better judge, like get rid of it all or whatever. Next step, right? But I'm already, I've got to, what I'm doing is paying attention to the market because I never realized how crypto works. And I got some good feedback just from these live streams as well. So I did some more trades, and they've spanned over 24 hours. These are not live trades. These are just dummy, trying to learn what's going on. KO33, I don't know, man. Just look up. All you got to do is look it up. Find the roadmap. Go to Google. Coinexchange, okay? Type it in Google. This is the kind of research. This is like plain Jane research, right? So type it in, roadmap, and then you'll see exactly what I see. And you'll see that that's essentially the ICO is ending, and then the exchange will be testing or whatever. This is the indicator we've got. It's the same one. Okay, let's go forwards, all right? Let's go forwards. So I want to talk to you guys about, that initial test I did, 20-something coins. I pretty much made profits, assumed profits, no exchange fees in there, okay? We're past that. I nailed pretty much every one I won, okay? Then I did a second batch yesterday, of which the day before, of which I was now shooting for just taking it up a notch and seeing, can I get 3% on it, okay? Let me show you guys what happened, okay? Okay, share screen, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's take this screen and share it. This is TradingView, guys. You should have a TradingView account already. It's free. And this is how it works. Okay, so here. First off, again, Bitcoin, I'm going to tell you guys that these indicators I've been studying in the last 2 days, so many different things. Again, frustration levels, because there's not one that actually hits it like this is it. This is all you need in order to satisfy it. And if you guys, I've seen a couple of people in the chat say certain things, and I'd like to test those strategies. But there's not really one that kind of just nails it. That's why I'm curious. Why do you need, I'm not curious. I think I know the answer. Why do you need all these different indicators? Is it because you feel better or more comfortable in it so that you can, I don't know. to me, it's almost like none of them work. And that's why you need so many to confuse everybody. Okay. And they're just an idea. Because if they were good indicators, then you would nail pretty much every single trade. What else would you need? They're almost like weatherman indicators. Well, it might be sunny tomorrow, and chances are it won't be. So, I mean, that's the frustration level. And this is what I ran across back in the day in 2013 that was very frustrating. And I know you guys, I know a lot of you guys will waste a ton of time. I know it because I've been there. And now it's like I'm wasting minimal time because I'm like super speed through this stuff. In other words, I'm not going to sit there and study it, and all of a sudden it does not equal the answer. You're wasting your time. So this is another, well, it can never be verified, Julio. Like I did another 20 trades just to check something out because you can never verify. Here's why. Yesterday's trade, for example, the day prior to, different market. You can never judge which way the market's going. So you have to, in essence, take everything into account. Okay? Like if Bitcoin's going up, if Bitcoin's going down, well, what's going on? Like everything is different. It's a different day. So you can never conclusively say, hey, this works. But the indicators that I've been trying, the strategies that I've been trying, guys, up in the air type deal. Okay, let's start. Okay, so for example, here's BTC. Okay, so what I did was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 out of 20, I profited. Okay, don't worry about which indicators. That has nothing to do with it. What you're seeing here on the trading thing right now is the 50 moving average, okay, which means nothing. And this here, it really doesn't. Well, it sort of does, but again, I'm just sharing with you guys my journey, and trust me, I dig deep. I kind of try to pay attention to these, what's going on. I'm not the smartest cat, but I'm not that dumb either, okay? So, it's kind of hard to learn this thing so quickly. So I just added a 15 MA line here, testing another strategy that I learned, but again, it's not working very well because it's not all the time that it works, okay? So this is Bitcoin, guys. Look at this. I want you guys to see Bitcoin first off, okay? This here, this is that fib retractment. You guys get what I'm saying, the fib retractment. Remember I did this fib retractment? And you can see it respected that. It respected that line, the green line. You see how it hit it? You see how it hit it, or even went above it. It's okay to go above it a little bit, but then it comes, it will come back down type deal, okay? And then go back up, breathing. The market's breathing all the time, okay? Nevertheless, there's just too much to really go over. And the thing is, most of these things, guys, that you see out there, people telling you certain trading signals, etc. Then at the end of it, you'll see they're always trying to sell you something. Always trying to sell you, get more trading signals or learn the strategy to blah, 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 blah. So much conversation because it's absolutely, it's like a lead into something else. And this irritates me sometimes because, etc. So here's the deal. Let me just go here because I remember where I started them. So in essence, I didn't hit 1, 2, 3. I hit this one. Okay, here goes. Sorry, I got to change from 4 hours to 15 minutes. That's what I used. Here's my entry point. Okay, let me pump this up a bit. Okay. Okay, this is when I entered right here. You see the start of that blue line? It hit right away. 3% gain instantly. Okay, 3%. 3. Remember, the original test was 1.5. I decided, let me pump it up a notch. Go 3%. Again, it's not conclusive though, because, I'm going to tell you probably the greatest indicator. I'll tell you in a sec. This is another one here. Okay, so this is where I started. You see the blue line? Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Okay, blue line started here. This is where I started. It actually hit it right away on the next one. hit it, came down. I hit my 3%. But even then, it didn't, it hit it again here, okay? But nevertheless, Link started here, hit the purple line again, another 3%. You see it goes more, but that's the problem. That's sometimes the problem. You get to a point where you think it's going to go higher, it starts coming down, but you got to just make a call, okay? So I'm just doing testing. Here's another one. I started right here, bang, it hit. But even if it didn't, it hit multiple times, okay? That's 3% again. Not 1.5, 3. Here's another one. I started here, it did not go up, okay? It went down. And then finally it hit right here in this candle. Again, another 3%, okay? BCPT, again, I started here, it went up, hit, boom, 3%, got my 3%. Remember, I'm using, what I'm doing is comparing this to what we know in the past, being someone saying you can't make certain amount percentage per day. Well, you can. I divide it in amongst 20 different trades, 20 different coins, because it's diversifying. If one coin goes really bad or two coins go bad, you at least make some sort of profits, okay? That's diversification. You need to do this. Julio, I don't understand. What do you mean, those pumps, man? I'm showing you what I'm doing. I'm not understanding what you're saying. These are not predicted. This is exactly where I came in. I'm not showing you after the fact. I'm showing you where I came in. There was no other candles after me, okay? So I came in. This was supposed to go down. And it actually, no, sorry. I came in right here and it hit right away. I actually got 3%. Yeah, just take a listen for a second, okay, Julio? Take a listen. I came in here. It was supposed to go down. It did again, another 3%, okay? These are, okay, so what do we got here? Let me see if I can see it. Blah, blah, blah. Here's where I came in here. This is the start of it. It came up, it was going the right direction. Came down, came back up, hit it here. Boom. Made my 3%. It looks bigger, but it's actually 3%. Let me see. Yeah, you can see there, 3%, okay? I'm just showing you the ones I won. Okay, so here it is where I started. And this one was going downwards. Look, where I started, it didn't go down. It went sideways, then it went up. Okay, remember I got 24 hours. And then it came here and hit. I got it again, okay? Another 3%. And some of these are bigger than 3%, but again, you can't just guess. Okay, so I came here. This was another downwards move, but look, it didn't go downwards, did it? I got in here, went down, then it went up, then it went down here, up. I'm losing track. What's going on? What's going on? Then finally, she comes straight hard, touches my 3%. Again, I'm out of the trade. This one here, let me see quickly if I can. So I came in here. I came right in here. It went up, came down, up a little bit, came down, blah, blah, boom, touched right here. And it touched here as well. Another 3%. Came in here, this candle here, did not go up, came down, came back up, touched here, 3%, done. Again, you can see that it goes more than 3%, but this is, you know, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn, okay? This is how you learn. You don't look and listen to someone else. You actually try some stuff. Came in here, supposed to go down, which it did up, down, up, up, and then finally it hit here again. 3%. That line is 3%. Okay, anyway, I'm almost done, another 3. Came here. Sorry. Okay, so came here. I got in here. My goodness. Okay, so it came in here. I came in here, Supposed to hit this line here. That's 3%. Went upwards, actually. Went opposite. Came back down slowly, hit the line. There's my 3% again. Okay. Can you short crypto on Binance? I'm not shorting crypto. What I'm doing is buying selling status for Bitcoin. And I'm going downwards. I'm selling status for Bitcoin. Okay, and even that, guys, even that, the exchanges, how they work, it's all like, it's 100% brand new to me. If you go to Bitstamp, you won't see it like that. You won't see these pairs, first off. You'll see just simple pairs. And it's all to USD. So when you get out of the trade, you're out of the trade in USD. Hold on, Vegas. Hold on to that thought, okay? Hold on to everything you just said, because I want to pay attention to what you're saying, okay? But just hold off to that for a sec. Instead of just throwing things, hold on 1 sec, okay? Wait a sec. So again, here, I bought in here. She went up, opposite way, way up, opposite way. But then she finally came down right there. And then lastly, this one here, which is right here, supposed to go down. Look at this. Look at this. Supposed to go down. Supposed to go down. This one I came in. Should have come down. But as she came up, she maintained sideways. Then I still got out. Blah, blah, blah. Now let's look at the ones I lost, of which there are 1, 2, 3. 3 that I lost. Let's look at the first one. Look at this. Complete opposite. So far gone. And this is important to know. This is where I came in. It's just supposed to come down to this line, 3% touch. Instead, she went the wrong way. She went the wrong way. She does come back a bit. And now she's doing this side-to-side consolidation is what they call it. And you can see that it's red. It's coming down. Hopefully it crosses these lines and it hits my 3% again. But this is, in other words, what they mean by holding bag. You know, I'm holding this one now. First off, I don't have these trades live and active, but I'm just showing you 3% gains as opposed to 1.5. So I doubled up my gains. You've seen some of the coins went even higher, but you can't, I can't go to that step. I'm trying to figure out what happened here. So now it's on its way back down. It might come down to this line again. And let me just show you guys another thing here. Okay, so that was Ambrosos. And this is another one that I lost. Digigi, whatever it's called. Doesn't really matter. It's just a coin. So look at this, guys. Just right here, there's my blue line. This is where I came in. And it just had to go up to touch that line and I'd make my 3%. But no, couldn't do that now, could it? Same indications, okay? Same indications. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm buying I'm selling DigiDeo for Bitcoin. These are this one here is a buy. When you see the line above, that means I bought so that it sells. The other ones were going downwards, which is selling this coin for the Bitcoin. So here we go. All the way down. Very big loss, guys. I'm at a huge loss right here. Okay. Huge loss right here. Okay. Look at this loss. I can't see the rest of it. 25%. Yeah, approximately 25%. Look at this. Just take it from here. Go right to this level where it's at right now, which is 23.8% loss on that. Now, it's only a loss when you sell. The coin is still active, for example. If I closed out this thing, it's only be to move on something else that would start regaining it, okay? Or they put short, stops. But this thing, if you notice, it went up, down, right? And chances are it's going to go back down. We'll see. And here's the last one that I lost in, right here. Again, here's where I came in. Here's where I came in, and I was supposed to go to here, make my 3%, but no, it went opposite, came back, almost came to that level. Yeah, it doesn't matter. See, I don't care about the coin, right? I get what you're saying. That's super crazy. I get what you're saying. Right? And I guess I should care about certain prior activity on the coins. You guys are familiar with coins? I'm going in as a because I am. Total newbie, doesn't know nothing about any coin. I just pick the coins and go with the flow, okay? So you can see she dropped heavily here, and now I'm at this loss, which is, did I do this one? No, this is the one I did not check out yet. So this one again is at the minus 10% level. So that coin could go back up. Here's the deal though, guys. 20 trades I did. 20. Oh, here, let me look at this. This is after the fact I was doing some different strategy now. This one here is right here. You can see this was my start. Oh yeah, you can't see. Yeah, right here, look at this. I was going for 25%. Get this, 25%. And then this is how I was indicating it, day, hour, etc. So it was on its way up right here. I don't know if you can see it. It was on its way up, came back down. Okay, so this is these ones here that you're seeing has nothing to do with that other one. This is a different strategy. Here's another one. It was I forget what this one was supposed to do. Hold on. Yeah, this one here was a sell on the opposite direction. And you can see that my percentage on that one, I'm at 3 point something here. This is a different strategy, okay? Different, okay? But I just put those up. So here, that original one that I did, which I got 1.5%, I hit every single one. Actually, I didn't hit one of them. If you noticed my live video, I missed it, but I did a stop loss kind of trickery thing here. And so I made that a neutral. So I didn't win every one. So I won like 18 out of 20 or something like that. Pretty close. This one here is the same thing. I only lost 3 trades of the ones that I went into. Okay, if I was looking at the trades. So, you know, does that get me excited? Not really, because there's so many variables. Let me stop sharing the screen for a sec. So there's so many variables. Okay, Vegas, one sec. You say try indicator MA, type MA, period 25 and MA in period 18. Make the red line color and use MA in period 7 with yellow color line and use awesome oscillator period. What's that going to do? When the yellow line cross the 2 red lines up and meaning the market going up. If the yellow line cross the 2 red lines down, meaning the market will going down. Just for prediction. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. What you just said. Not right now, but isn't this really after the great move has happened? So you're kind of in. One thing I'm finding with those things, like this other strategy that I'm doing, the 50. Anything above the 50 means you're in the buying mode. Hold on, let me share with you guys something. So you guys see right here. You guys see this screen, right? See this 50? You see it right here, 50 MA. This 50 MA, this is another thing I'm testing again. If it's under this, that means you're a seller. Okay, you don't change gears. Okay, you don't change gears into buyer mode. And it's the only time you start changing it. You see this as well here, this RSI. When it crosses these little lines means oversold. When it crosses these upper lines means overbought. But that doesn't mean anything. Just because it's oversold doesn't mean it won't continue, the trend won't continue to go down. That just means it's going to probably take a little breath and then come back down. This 50 will kind of give you an idea which side of are you becoming a buyer or a seller? Now, I can't share with you this 100% because I don't have it down pat. And some of the things that I've seen already were discrepancies where it didn't always work. So these things, these indicators are not the best. I find are they always accurate? No. Well, and this is I'm just saying, okay? I haven't conclusively made any decisions, but they're not always right on. And so if they're not always right on, they're not that good as far as I'm concerned. Because you got an amateur like me, I just showed you I hit 3%, 16 of the times and I could have hit more percentage, but I hit him 16 times out of 20, for example. 16 times out of 20, I hit. Okay, just this, it was a simple, trust me, those trades had some indicators built into it, but quite a few of them actually. Okay, now guys, let me make this trading 212. Why don't you, Julio, why don't you go and look at all those videos, every one of them. Go look at all those videos that you're talking about. Apply what you learned with not real money and tell me what you learned. I'm telling you that I'm watching those videos and what I'm learning is that's why there's so many indicators. Yeah, I am a fan. I do have fans. If you don't have dislikes, that means you're not popular. There's something about you. You struck a chord. I don't even care about those. I don't care about likes and dislikes. What I care about is reality. So, getting to the point is this. Here's what I did learn, and I learned it in my live stream last time. Okay. What I did learn, and okay, again, I'm looking at different things. What should I be looking at? Should I be following in the sheep, whatever you want to call it, or lead, or what, or try to figure this out? I wish there was one guy, one dude that would say, this is all you need. Let me show you. Perfect. I'm done. But I haven't seen that dude. I've seen them say things and then try to sell you a course. But none of them have nailed it all the time. None of them have nailed it. And here I am back into it again. Here's what we need, guys. You ready? You guys ready for the best indicator? You guys ready? Do you want this? First off, all those 9 dislikes, you guys get out of here. I'm getting too close to your little secret, if there is a secret. 20 watching. You guys want to know what the best indicator is? I think. And I'm just getting started. I'm just making a lot of mistakes, learning some things, making a lot of good trades if I was trading. First it was 1.5 wasn't enough. Now I got 3%. Maybe people are paying attention. I don't know. You guys want to know? Sure. Okay. Ready? I'm ready. Okay, good. Right after I sell you this course. Okay, first you got to pay $100 per month, and then I'm going to sell you this course. I'm just kidding. Cryptothorium. What's going on? Here's a guy who knows indicators. Okay, so so the day one hit 20. I got 1.5% on 20 if I was trading. Day two, 16, 17 out of 20. The other ones haven't, as long as I don't sell or buy or whatever, it's still on its way. Okay, here we go. The best indicator, I think, I could be wrong. Bitcoin. That's your best indicator, I think. Any questions? See, I'm stuck looking at a chart, and you guys seen the chart, right? It's okay. You guys looking at a chart, and then you guys see, well, pay attention. Why did it go the other way? Why did it go the other way? Why didn't I make my 3%? Why didn't it hit that line? This is the indicator. Bitcoin is what we should be watching. Because what I learned through the live chat, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? When Bitcoin goes up, the altcoins follow, right? Follow, right? When Bitcoin comes down, the altcoins follow. But it takes them a little bit of time to get there. Am I right or am I wrong? Just tell me. Just tell me if I'm right or wrong. The key is when Bitcoin goes to a level and then it retraces or whatever the heck you want to call it, and then starts consolidating or retracing, this altcoin will still go. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm testing it. Most of the time, not always. Okay, Cryptothoria. The not always is the ones. Okay, hold on. I want input from that. I want input because that gives me more, that even gives me more fuel, okay? Because I want to know the ones that don't operate 100% like this. So you're saying that all altcoins don't go the same way? Like when Bitcoin's here, BTC, these altcoins start reacting. Okay. What happened when I almost got the 3% is Bitcoin started doing something different. Okay. But I wasn't paying attention to what Bitcoin was doing. I wasn't even watching what Bitcoin. Not enough, not always, but okay. So hold off on that for a sec. So most of the time, we can say most of the time, altcoins follow BTC, right? Is this correct? Some don't move at all when BTC moves. Okay, hold on. I'm not saying when it moves, but don't they all move in the same direction? Okay, I got a yes for this, I think. And then the second question is, don't they all move in the same direction, or are they just holding themselves? Because if they're just holding themselves, I'm interested in knowing which coins are doing that. But nevertheless, yes, most of the time that is correct. Okay. Are we got an agreement there? I would say all the major coins follow BTC. Okay. So major coins follow BTC, but the other ones, yeah, we can't go on coins that were just launched and stuff. Okay. Okay. So if most of them are going up with BTC and they're trailing, when BTC comes, like, for example, hits a resistance line and then comes back down a little bit, these coins are still going up a little bit, right? Am I right or no? Just let's see if we can come to the answer. Because I don't have enough data and I don't have enough time. So it's hard to figure this out, but this is very important, I think. I think this is a really critical indicator, to be honest with you, when to get in and get out of trades. I really do. And this one, you don't need no dang all these other things. I think I'm on to something again. Another live stream where I'm on to something again. Let's break it down. Do these coins continue to trail? So Bitcoin is leading the way. Bitcoin is, yes. Okay, let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something, guys, about the back in the day, 2013, 12, around that time. There's a thing called Mt. Gox. Right? And then what they were doing at that time, I wasn't smart enough to figure this out. What the Chinese market or whatever would always be ahead of the market that you guys know. Do you know it is very unpredictable? Crypto bun, what are you talking about? Don't make claims. Just answer the questions. I don't care about Jetcoin or any, guys, please. Don't throw coins that you just out of the thin air. I don't care about any coin, not one. I just want to make money while they're going up or down. So let's stop focusing on which coin's the best one to jump into. I'm not interested in that right now, okay? And claims that it's unpredictable. I pretty much have an idea that it is unpredictable, but there are guys making money on these trades because they're watching for some things. Now, can I just get back to teaching? And learning, as a matter of fact, but I don't have all the data. So you guys, if you guys have been trading for a bit, you should know some of this stuff. Maybe you haven't been paying attention. Perspective-wise, this is important. I'll find this information, but be nice if some of you guys were experienced. Okay, it is unpredictable. There's no pattern. So you, Crypto Bun, you are a holder because you can't do anything more, right? Okay, hold off on hold off. RSI indicator, I showed you guys RSI indicator a second ago. Overbought, oversold. I showed that. That doesn't necessarily mean the trend is going to change. See, Glenn here says, it is very predictable. It's night and day predictable. So there's Glenn who's disagreeing with you. You're making a claim, a statement, okay? I'm saying, hey, in my opinion, I don't understand 100%. Can we just get to the freaking teaching here? Okay, when BTC turns red, I know I have 24 hours to sell my, okay. Glenn H, thank you. Thank you, Glenn H. Here's someone who's basically saying something that I'm catching on here. Hold on a sec. Okay, hold on, Benji, please, hold on. Let me talk to Glenn H for a sec. I don't care what you guys are looking for. I want to know the answer to the question. Glenn H is the only one that pretty much said something. Okay, thank you, Crypto Thorium. Glenn H says, when BTC turns red, I know I have 24 hours to sell my alts for highs. What he's saying, when BTC goes down, he's got this time frame because the other altcoins are going up. Is that what you're saying? They're still going up even though BTC is now on its retractment or whatever you want to call it into consolidation or doing something, taking a breath is what I call it. Am I right with what you claim, Glenn H, which is thank you. He said, yes, guys, this is a strong indication. You see, I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to help myself. I told you I'm sharing my journey and I'm looking into other things. It's not a theory. Just let's break it open. Let's break it open. The best, you guys laughed. I got so many LOLs right here. When I said Bitcoin, you guys laughed. And I'm looking at patterns and not the patterns you guys are looking at. I'm looking at different things. Why I didn't hit the 3%. What happened? The only thing I can point to is the leader of the pack. Okay. Okay, so here's the deal. Bitcoin makes a move down. He's saying 24 hours. I think that might be a little too intense, but listen, he might. I don't know. How long you been trading for, Glenn, for a sec? Just answer the question. Don't get too deep into it. Just how long you've been trading for? Exactly, Vegas. Exactly. But we're not dealing with fundamental issues. Not every coin has fundamental issues, right? Not every coin has a problem. For example, there's no need to actually give an example. Something could happen with it, some kind of thing, and the coin changes. It's not your fault. 4 years, Glenn. Okay, thank you. Here's the deal, guys. I'm starting to see a great thing. So you buy, okay, so in essence, if Bitcoin's going up, here we go. Buy your altcoin. The ones that have produced Bitcoin, probably your top 20. If it's going up, okay, right? Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Wait, now I'm thinking. So why wouldn't you be in Bitcoin if it was going up? Why wouldn't you be in the Bitcoin? If it's going, okay, let me, because I'm asking a question, not because I know the answer, guys. I'm trying to figure out the answer. One thing I'm looking for, though, is when this thing goes down, definitely gives you enough time still to exit your position here with your altcoin. And you will probably, now here's a good question. Does it allow you enough time, Glenn? I'm talking to Glenn for a sec, and then you guys can all throw in all kinds of different things to challenge that. When this has come down, what is it a smart move to leave your altcoin position and go into the Bitcoin position of possible, if it's going, in fact the trend is still on its way upwards? Does that make sense? Because if the trend is on its way downwards, your altcoin is going to lose as much as it goes up. It will build after the case, but if Bitcoin starts going down, your altcoin will come down even faster with more momentum, right? You get higher gains in altcoins, a 10% move in BTC's 40% out. Okay, thank you. So that's why you would go with your, so if you see your Bitcoin rising, you will still take the position of being in altcoins, right, Glenn? And you guys, I'm just doing this one-on-one thing. Yeah, Glenn, I don't even know who you are. Are you a trustworthy dude that you want to come on here for a sec? You want to come so I can talk instead of doing this chat thing? Okay, so we got yes and yes meaning. they will pick the altcoin over the Bitcoin any day of the week because you're going to see bigger gains. And that's true. You got to find the 2017, look at the higher gaining coins. It's not Bitcoin, it's the other altcoins. Those are the ones that essentially, if you look for the coins that have outperformed BTC, that's a good bet that they are going to be the ones that are closely chasing Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin's done its turnaround, which is really important, that's a great indicator. Done its turnaround, taking a breath. These altcoins are still going up. Glenn says 24 hours. I can't even say that, man. And guys, whatever I say, take with a grain of salt. But I'm just showing you what I am thinking. And if I get a grasp of this, this is pretty much the biggest indicator I'm going to look for. So, Glenn, do you want to come on here, man? Are you a trustworthy dude or what? You want to come on here on the screen here? You don't have to show your face. You just have to, so we have a better conversation. Neo. Okay, so there's a good coin then. Neo is one that you want to be looking at when Bitcoin's going up. Pretty much all these things, when Bitcoin is moving, they do chase it afterwards. So Bitcoin is an indicator. So as I was saying, back in the day, Mt. Gox time, the Chinese, when they made a move of Bitcoin, that's what they were looking at, a lot of traders. Okay, because it hadn't hit over here in this area. So if that started going up, they'd get in a trade. Before anything, that was their indicator, guys. That was their indicator, what the Chinese were doing. That's when they would get in. Because the Chinese, what, at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever? So whenever that move happened, shortly after, you could base it based on their move here. And that's Bitcoin trading. Crypto Bun, no. I'm interested in what you have to say, but just hold on one second. I'm challenging a theory, okay? I think it should work good. Okay, Glenn, trustworthy, respectable, no clowns allowed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want clowns in here, meaning, you know, just smart Alex. I'm not interested. So you good? If you're good, I'll throw you a link. This will make it more interesting because then I ask the questions. Crypto Bun, do you want to come on this side, my man, and do the challenging opposing view of it? It's no big deal. We're just talking. Nobody's gonna, as long as you're respectful, we're good. If you're not respectful, you're gone, man. It's just simple. But I have a question about this. This is really a good perspective that I'm looking at here. Because the worst thing you could do is get stuck. And if the market, see, if I was watching those charts, right, those ones that are kind of went the other way, okay, why did they go the other way? They went the other way because they're pairs, guys. Guys, I'm learning this stuff as I go. I learn and teach, right? They're pairs. So the one that I'm going, any one of them are pairs. What are they paired against? Bitcoin. Coin. Let's say it's Neo. And then BTC, that's the pair. So obviously, if BTC is going up, Neo is going to go down. That's what you're paired against. It's like a race. Who's going to win between Neo and BTC? If BTC is going up, you better put a sell for Neo. It's a race. That's the pair you're setting up. Guys, please explain if I'm wrong. If BTC is making his trek up, that means the gap is widening. The gap, the worth of this Neo is less and less, which means that's why the price is going down in Neo as opposed to BTC. That's the pair we're trading. Don't you think? Like, guys, think about what I'm saying. Glenn, did I lose you, man? What's the matter? Think about it. You guys, the best indicators right here in front of you. Hold on, I won't, Benji, I don't need to check the charts just yet. I'm just saying, you guys laughed when I said, but yet you're pairing up against Bitcoin. So isn't that the best indicator? Simple what I'm teaching right now. So you're good, Glenn? Are you good? In other words, respectful? Yeah, I'm not wasting my time. But This is very clear, guys. See, but it takes me a little bit to watch this and pay attention and try to analyze this. And it's telling me if Bitcoin, okay, Glenn. There it is. I'm going to have to change my mic. And I'm going to have to bring. Crypto Bun. Can you guys hear me okay? Now I'm kind of stuck. I got to move this closer. No, I understand. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, I know there's not those on other pairs. If you're Binance, you can be Neo to Binance Coin, etc. or Ethereum. But in essence, now I'm going to choke myself. So just click that link, Glenn. Hopefully, can you guys hear me? Please give me a feedback on the thing. Guys, I try to simplify. That's what this channel is about. Keep it super simple, man. I'm helping you guys. If this makes, I'm telling you, I think this is the best. Can you guys hear me? Before I start yipping and yapping? Loud and clear. Thank you. Except now I'm restricted. Okay, you guys get what I'm saying. You guys, like, there are just so many confusing things like out there. But listen, if you're talking about coins and there's a Neo to BTC, and that's what you're thinking, what do I do, sell or buy? You got to know what the heck BTC is doing or where it's coming from. By looking at Bitcoin, you'll be able to have a better idea which way you're going to go with this thing. If Bitcoin's hitting a point of resistance, okay, and it's coming back down, that's going to give you some idea, okay? That's going to give you some idea of what it's doing. Like right now, she's climbing. Bitcoin's climbing right now. It's hitting that resistance. I think it's going to climb some more. If that's the case, you want to start looking at the selling. Now, give it a second here for Mr. Glenn to come on here, if he can. I got to wrap this up, Glenn, as quick as I can. So as quick as you can, please. Who else wants to add to this? Who else wants to come on here? These secrets, these big trading secrets. I think that if I use the other mic, it's just going to be too much sound problems. Okay, we got participants. Okay, hold on. Who else wants to come on here? Anybody? Glenn, can you hear me? Your sound, you got to unmute yourself. Here, can you hear me now?
There we go.
Perfect.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Perfect. What's going on, my man?
Oh man, not much. I was just up having some coffee and seeing your video, and so I'm like, interesting. I just was interested in what everybody was saying. I'm an information gatherer.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so you have some experience. That's what I'm looking at because I got none. Okay, it's very simple,
Yes.
but I pay attention to stuff, etc. So this is just a lot quicker. Anybody else want to come in here too as well, just to add to it? And sorry, I keep making the same mistake, and he keeps correcting me. So it's not. Hold on one sec. It's not crypto bun. It's crypto bun tie, or shall I say bun tie? I keep making that mistake, man, because I'm reading your name, bro. So that's what it says, crypto. But it's bun tie. I'm sorry. I apologize. If you want to come on here too, be awesome. So my man, Glenn, this is a better way to conversate, okay?
Yes.
Doing this stuff. So does this make sense what I'm saying? Bitcoin's going up, altcoins start kicking into the upwards trend.
Well, I mean, absolutely. Like I said, I've been seeing this for years.
Okay.
I have people that I've trained in this, and the first thing they say when they see a red, oh, it's a red day, it's a red day. And I say, well, yes. Why would you call it a red day? Because everything is red. Bitcoin is red, Litecoin is red, Ethereum is red, everything is red. Why does that happen? It's because of what you're saying. That's basic.
Okay.
That's exactly what you're saying. The Bitcoin, when I tell people, is the head of the roller coaster. All right. So when that head goes up, everything else is trailing. Carts 4, 5, and 6, and 8. Those are all your altcoins. When Bitcoin starts going down, well, carts 8, 7, and 6 are still going up, right? Because Bitcoin is the first leader down.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, right. And that's what happens. Now, I said 24 hours. That's not always the case, but in general, that's kind of what I've seen that play. When I say you have 24 hours to sell for highs, what I mean is before it goes back to its 24-hour low. Right, which means if a coin's gained 35% on the day, sure,
Which coin? Altcoin?
It could be an altcoin, like EOS, for instance.
Okay.
If it's gained 30% on the day,
and
Bitcoin has dropped 2 or 3%.
Yeah.
Well, that altcoin may lose 10%. Now, I still have gained 20% on that coin, but the longer I wait, the closer I get back to its 24-hour low.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, and this we're just sharing information, guys. Okay, so listen, this is opinion. He's trading, etc. I'm not a trader, but I pay attention to certain things and try to get some real answers for us. So in essence, would it be safe to say if you're making, like, say, a good percentage, 20, and that's different for everybody, right? If you're making 20 to 30% on a coin, you'd be dumb just not to get out if this is starting to go downwards.
Exactly.
There you go. Makes sense to me. Instead of looking, okay, what's the top? It's almost there, the top.
Right.
So you don't want to do that. But a good indicator, guys, like everybody who's sitting there making jokes, indicator is, like he's saying, and here's the roller coaster. Here's Bitcoin. But it's so, in essence, the altcoin doesn't go beyond. It's more or less I guess it.
Well, this is here. This is where your the theory has to change in the sense of, all right. So imagine this peak for every coin could be different.
Okay.
Right. So it's still a peak though. Right now, that can go above. Not saying that it's going above what it's going to go, but that's the peak. That peak can be 10%. That peak can represent 20%. That peak can represent 5%. But what I'm saying is, once Bitcoin starts in the other direction, everybody in the market, the reason why is using that same signal, and they're getting their gains to then find the cart at the bottom, which is Bitcoin, that leader cart, to buy again. It's all day, baby. It's all day.
I believe it. I believe it because in essence is what I spoke about. Coins. Okay, coins is basically people getting out of one coin to jump into the other coin, just like this right here, NEO to BTC, whatever. BTC out to another coin. They're moving their money from Bitcoin, or for example, so you don't actually go into Bitcoin too much.
No.
So you're in the altcoin, but following. It makes sense what you're saying, actually.
Yes.
So you're not in the Bitcoin, but you're still getting the same. You're doing the same plays in essence.
Yes, same plays.
This is just good.
Just I can get bigger gains doing the altcoins.
Yeah, this is a good idea. Good idea. Now, good idea. So,
and here's the thing. We talk about people that were in BitConnect. They were happy to get 1 or 2%. I mean, you could get 3% like this all day without even thinking about it.
Yeah, well, I've been getting, like, I don't know when you came in, but my last attempt was 16 out of 20 that hit the 3%, but they actually went greater than, but I was not paying attention to this, which if I would pay attention to Bitcoin, I would have got out of those other ones that I was in where they were falling Whatever. When Bitcoin was going up, I should have been going up, not holding my position. Right? So guys, does this make sense? You guys got any questions? Sorry, what's your name again, man? Oh, Glenn.
Yeah, and another point for that. So one thing that I've learned too in this is I know that at 97%, 98% of the time, I can get 3 to 4% gains on any particular coin, even if that coin's in the red, right? Because if a coin has lost 30% that day, and then at 2 o'clock p.m. it goes to 26% loss for 24 hours, that's a 4% gain. See, people don't see those things. Now, what happens is I realize, like, okay, wait a minute. If I know I can get my 3%, so I start setting trailing stop losses. That's a game changer. Because now you say, well, I want you to start trailing this coin at 3% gain. But then when it loses 1%, I want you to sell everything. So that's what I set my trading at. So what that allows me to do is to try to capitalize on that coin. For instance, there's times where I would trade a coin like you were saying, and it gave me my 3%. But later on that day, that coin gained 40%. I've lost.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
You see?
I already got what you're saying.
Yeah.
What you're saying, Glenn, because this is a good way to draw it up. What he's saying was actually what I was talking about as stop losses. So, for example, now just tell me if I'm wrong, etc. So here's where he started. He bought in. He's reached the 3% level here already. But here's the price movement, and he's achieved this. So now what he does, and do you do this at this point, or is it always been there?
I set it up automatically.
Okay.
So I always do that 3%. Yes. Okay.
But what I'm saying is this trailing stop loss. Stop loss, is it right away from the go?
No, okay. That's the thing. It won't start until it hits 3%.
Beautiful. Great strategy is what he's saying, because now he's guaranteed to make 2%.
Yes.
You see what he's saying, guys? This is smart. Okay, so what he's saying is coin moving up hits 3%. Instead of getting out of the dang trade like I did, he puts a stop loss underneath this 3%, 1% stop loss. So if this coin decides to go up and then comes down, it's going to trigger. He's out of the sale, but he always gets his 2%.
Mm-hmm.
And if it goes up, and this trailing stop loss, guys, is something that follows it up. So if he's here at the 10%, he is now here at 9% trailing.
Yep.
So the most he can lose, he's way up there now. Now he's gaining 9%. If it goes to 25%, he's kicking it out at 24% profit. Wow.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
See, you guys. What are you guys getting out of this, Glenn? Appreciate that, brother. This is common stuff, and maybe some of those guys out there on the other side are like, "Oh, that's so man. What is this guy, a dummy?" Well, no, I'm not a dummy. I just don't. We can be so focused on so many dang things that we miss the obvious. Now, trailing stops. I don't know much about. I know how they work, and this is pretty good, right?
Yo, beautiful. You did a good job.
Okay, so how does that work? For example, which exchange do you use?
Bittrex and Binance.
So Binance. Okay, I just got signed up with that. And here I am teaching this stuff. So Binance and Bittrex have trailing stops, and how would you?
Well, see that's the thing.
Okay.
Without plugging, I do use Crypto Hopper. I use a trading bot.
Okay, you use a trading bot.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm actually looking into two trading bots right now because I'm just about ready to jump in this thing. Yeah. I don't want to do the wrong move. Now, Crypto Agent Bot, you know about this one?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay, they don't have trailing things yet, but I think they're getting that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a signal thing. Here's how it works. When we don't know anything and we don't want to know anything, we give our money to someone and say, do what you got, right?
Right.
When we know a little bit, maybe not so much more, we still get these trading signals. So in essence, that's what they do. They send you a trading signal. They're telling you what we may learn here, which is the best step to be in, okay? to actually know what's going on. I'm actually going. This is actually hitting hard. I didn't even plan this today, but this is actually. I didn't know where I was going with this today, but I knew that this is a good indication. So tell me, my man. I don't want to sidetrack everybody. I'm just absorbing all this. Do you buy trading? Okay, so with this, for example, so you can't. Let's say we didn't even use a bot.
Okay.
Can you do this, or would you just simply?
Ooh. Well, here's the thing. The beautiful thing about a bot is I need to sleep. Yeah. You're right. And so a lot of the times, like when I made 30% in one trade, because it was at a 31% gain for the day, and then it dropped down at 1% using my method here. That happened at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
You see? So This is a 24-hour 7. If you were in stocks, you probably could do this because it's an 8-hour day job. Crypto is 24/7, 365.
Okay,
and
so let me ask everybody here in the chat. Do you guys want to be in front of your computer 24/7, looking at some screen, catching the next moves, etc.? Or do you guys want to do, in essence, what I want to do is have something set and forget, so that it's so that it's doing on my best interest here.
What I'd like to tell people too is the brains. You're the brains, but the bot is obedient.
Yeah,
and that's the best way to describe a bot. Mm-hmm. You can set yours up however you want, and it's going to be obedient to that. No emotions. No, it's not going to wake you up and go, "Are you sure you want to sell?" You know what I mean? It's going to do exactly what you tell it to do. And it's going to allow you to get better gains because you don't have to, like I said, sit in front of your computer looking at charts. You're already telling it what to do based on what you already know.
Network admin is saying, I appreciate it. Network admin is saying, all I want to know is, does it work? Everybody wants to know that, man.
Oh, yeah.
Crypto Buntai, first off, question. Binance has 0 fees when you trade with Binance Coin. Is that correct, Mr. Glenn?
50%.
50%.
You get a 50% discount.
Okay. And what are the fees?
The fees, I mean, they vary. It's like 0.0 something, 0. It's very minute.
Are you willing to share your config? Look, hold on, guys. Just stop for a second. First off, we're learning here, okay? And he was kind enough to come on here and share his experience, okay? And I don't want anyone to get excited as well as just thinking, "Yeah, man, this is a for sure thing," etc. I mean, this sounds all good, and it really sounds really good, to be honest with you. But we're just sort of, from a new guy like me, trying to share with you guys how things kind of work, and what to look for. And as I dig deeper, it's coming more and more to light. So, Crypto Hopper, I never heard of this. I'm sure there's many of them out there.
Oh, it isn't, and there is. I mean, and there's a lot. There's one that's tied to an MLM that is pretty much the same thing. I think it's called Crypto World Market or something like that.
Crypto World Evolution.
Yeah, my brother-in-law. I was telling him, I said, "Man, don't do that," because a lot of the cost involves in paying other people. So there's no reason to pay that much. The highest package that Crypto Hopper has. Once again, I'm not trying to promote Crypto.
No, I get it.
Is $99 a month. That's the highest one, and they start off with a 30-day free trial.
Okay, so what's $99 a month? What's how does this bot run on your computer?
It's web-based, so you don't have to have your computer on.
Oh my goodness, this is gold.
Yes, dude, it's beautiful. And what I do is I use if, like, for instance, I have an iPhone. I use I use what is called a coin market and I use the APIs to follow my bot when I'm out during the day, so I could just look at what it's doing. So I use that on that app. That's an iPhone app. I'm not sure if it's on Android. It's called Coin Market, and it allows you to pretty much. It's not made to monitor. I mean, it is to monitor, but I use it to monitor my bot. So what I do is now I use separate APIs. Don't ever use the same APIs twice. That's a no-no.
So this goes to your phone, though.
Yes, the monitor that Coin Market allows me to look in on Binance, to look in on Bittrex and see the sales and buys.
Okay.
So I don't have to log into a computer to see what it's doing. Right? I don't make any changes with that. It's just a monitor. Now the Crypto Hopper for the $99, it allows you to choose about 75 coins that to trade. You could be in 85 positions, and it also has arbitrage, which is gold. It also allows you to do arbitrage.
What kind of arbitrage? Because that's another thing I ran across in my research. I know arbitrage in exchanges.
Sure.
With Bitcoin, but what are you talking about?
Okay, so I'll give you a good example. Waves, one of my favorite ICOs I got into. Waves was paired with Bitcoin, and it also was paired with Ethereum.
Yeah.
Okay, at one time, Waves and Ethereum was 60 cents more than in Waves and Bitcoin. So what the bot would do is it'll see that, it'll buy whatever you tell it to buy per trade and sell it instantly.
So
it's back and forth.
Bitcoin, sell it to Ethereum.
And Waves. It'll buy Waves, Bitcoin pair, and sell it Waves, Ethereum. All this until it can
program that?
Yes, you just click it.
Okay, now listen.
You tell it.
Okay, that's cool, but I don't want anybody to get super excited because everybody tends to get all super excited. Right. Everybody's thinking dollar marks now, right?
Right.
That's what they see.
Right.
I want to know more about Crypto Hopper, but I don't want to know about it today. Are you open to sharing that? Share what you want, but in terms of, so there's an affiliate structure within that?
No, that's why I like it.
Okay.
Heck no. Forget those things. I make my money on the markets. So the reality is, they have a great training program. There's 6 videos that you can go to on YouTube called the Crypto Hopper Academy.
Okay.
And it really explains everything to you.
Okay. So you guys got any questions while we got Glenn here? Guys, don't do your research. Definitely go and check these things out. But don't. And
I do want to answer the question of setting. Somebody says, "Are you willing to share your configs?" I say no, because the reality is, you need to learn how to trade yourself. That's the best way. If I give you fish, you're gonna starve when I die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
question for you though.
Yes.
Question for you. Are you able to manually insert a coin and let it ride?
Sure. Okay.
That's more interesting to me.
So many options. All right. Okay. So here's the thing. First, when you first set up your hopper, you say, let's say you had $10,000 on the exchange. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you say, okay, I want you to trade that 10,000. So you just put in the max capital you wanted to use. So let's say you're gaining 2,000, 3,000, and now you're at 15,000. It will only trade what you told it to trade. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now you also have to tell it what's the minimum amount per trade you want it to buy. Mm-hmm. If you say 10% of your portfolio, you say 20%, you decide. So that means that depending on what you want to make per 3% gain, that's what you want to trail it for. So my minimum, most of them will be like 1,000 or more. I don't want you to trade a minimum of $1,000 per trade, because I know what I'm trying to make per trade. Nice. Right? So when it buys a coin, it's going to buy 1,000 minimum of that coin.
Nice.
Now,
but you can do whatever you want. For people here.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
There is no minimum, right?
There is none. Okay. Yeah, there is none. It's your bot. You do what you want with it. Okay. Now, and that's where you come to percentages. Somebody who's just working with $500, they might be looking at a 20% gain. You know what I'm saying? But you can still nickel and dime your way up to where you could be snowballing that, and making more. Yeah. Now the holding thing, for instance, you can manually go in and say, I want you to buy this coin and hold for the life. And you can set up a separate bot for that. That's all it's going to do. And you set up a sale for that. That's it. That's just, you call that your EOS bot. Okay. And you name it, and that's what it does. Okay. Another thing you could do, you talked about signalers. Mm-hmm. They have Signal built into it. There's different groups that you can follow on Telegram that have been that you can subscribe to right in your Crypto Hopper. Mm-hmm. And when you attach that to your bot, mm-hmm. it's pretty much automatically programmed to just do what the signals are telling it to do.
Okay.
So you could do that route if you trust that group.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So those are the options. I didn't really. That's cool. Crypto hopper. Let me think here. Let me think. There was one question I wanted. So, but in essence, so you put as many coins as you want into that.
Yeah. So you have an option to choose about 75 to 80 coins. So the top 20 is a must to have in it, right? I mean, you got to select the top 20. Then you can go out and select. I would select anywhere above and beyond the top 100. Because once again, I don't care about the coins. All I know is the top 100 is going to give me my fluctuations that I need, right? Okay. So if you pick any coins from the top 100, you're going to make, I'm going to say with caution, you're 1 to 2 to 3%. Okay. I mean, come on, you can look at it any given day and see that. It's not about greed. It's about sniping the market.
Yeah, but you know what though? There's been many arguments that this 1% that, talking about BCC, for example, that this was outrageous, or you can never, that's not.
Oh my gosh.
It's just ridiculous to me. It was always ridiculous.
Let me say this. And like I say, I've tried things. I've tried the BitConnect, and reality is you can make more in the market doing it yourself. I mean, this is what they were doing. Yeah. This is why BitConnect was smart, because they're like, well, I can freaking average 5% a day. Yeah. Who cares about giving 0.9% or 1% a day to people that give me their money? You know what I'm saying? I can say, okay, Dino, give me 40 grand and I get you back 1%. Yeah. I could do that consistently. You know what I mean? With because it's not about greed, it's about sniping the market.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not about, in the trailing stops, the only time I ever worried about 20% is if the trailing stop loss gives me that. I don't shoot for it.
No, exactly.
You'll be an idiot to shoot for that.
Yeah, exactly. And basically, essentially, what I'm looking at was guessing where it's going to go, or I'm happy with 3%. No, I like this. I like this because it's not a matter of being. Now you're actually happy with 2%. That's what you're saying here. This is what you do, right? Yes. You do the 2%.
Yes.
So what he's saying is this what gets me excited. Not this. Okay, this is interesting to me, but this and this, okay, this is what's getting me excited. And we have someone that's been doing it. But why it's getting me excited is because I never thought of this, and I know it exists, but this is almost like protecting you on your path upwards. It's like a guaranteed protection, which it's insurance. You'll always get 1%. Less than what it is. So if it goes up to 50%, man, you're still dealing with 49%.
And the worst case is you do a buy, which has happened, and it drops.
Goes the other way.
It still holds because it says, Glenn, you brought it here, and it dropped, and I'm going to hold it for dear life. And then eventually it's going to get back up there and it's going to do its thing.
Okay, so speaking of the opposite direction. Let's say you do your analysis. Hey, first off, let me back it up for a sec. Why I asked you about the one coin is because I like to start with the basics. Like you said, okay, you can get a bot, but you still don't know how it works. Like you're still lost. But if you start to understand certain principles, I can then look. Like if I'm hitting, like I showed you, right? I hit 16 out of 20. Me as an amateur, there was some indicators there, but. What I'm trying to say is if I start to understand how this thing works, then I can basically look at a coin and then see, okay, this thing is going up. Now, if it decides to go downwards, opposite the way I picked, talk to me about that.
Okay, right. So that's a personal objectives there, where it's like, how much are you willing to lose? So like for me, if I'm in a trade, I don't care, and I set my thing up for $1,000, I'm willing to lose that to eventually you go above that line that you drew there. Okay. So I don't care. I'll let it hold because I know that I'm in the top 100 coins, and it's gonna go ahead and get its dinner eventually. So it might not do it today. It might not do it tomorrow.
For it to go down wherever, like I've got those three, I guess they call it bags, holding bags or what, I don't know what they call it. But so you've seen those three or whatever, and the market goes up and down, chances are it's going to go back up.
Right.
But your money is tied up when it could be in a more positive trade.
Sure.
You get it?
But that's just my that's just
your strategy.
My strategy. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm looking at, for example, I'm looking like Crypto Hopper doesn't even exist. This is how I'm approaching this. And I'm able to do the stop losses, which I guess you can't through Binance unless you're woke up at whatever hour, because it could flip whichever way you want it. You can't do a stop loss, right? Through Binance. Let's say you don't have a bot. Is there a way to do stop losses?
Man, it's manual. It's like washing dishes with palm olive and a scrub. You know what I mean?
Okay. So it doesn't have trailing. It has stop losses, but not trailing.
Right.
And that's the power.
Right.
That's the power.
Right.
Is that
because you would always be in a guessing mode doing that.
Okay, so here's the question. I don't know if you can see the chat, but let me sit here. What do you do when you accumulate bags? He pretty much said he doesn't. He just waits.
Yeah.
He waits till it reverses again.
Right. That's when I become a trader hodler.
Hodler.
But I got so much other action. It's okay.
Yeah, and sometimes I guess it's you don't like to lose. That's in essence, that's what you mean by I'll hold it till it comes back. But there are times when you kind of want to cut that one and then just let
there is times. If you see, for instance, if I might wake up and see a trailing stop loss going crazy, and I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and cut my losses. If I had made a 10% loss in that, if I sold it, could I get my 10% or more back? Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the question. But I don't like chasing my tail like that. It's just overall, I'm getting my 3%. You know what I mean? Or my 2%. I mean, that's satisfying. And I can do that very consistently with what method I have. And I say everybody should choose their own method, whether it's a trading broad or manually trading. But you have to decide. And really, people say it all the time, don't put in what you can't lose. And that is not necessarily saying that you're going to lose, but don't be emotional about it. Understand how the market works.
Yeah, one sec. Yeah, you keep talking, Glenn. I'm going to mute myself for one sec. You got to talk here for a sec.
Okay. Yeah, so the reality is don't get emotional about it. Know what you're willing to lose. If you're saying, man, I don't want to lose 3 or 4% of my capital, and then cut your losses and then make it back. So you may say, if it goes down 10%, I wanted it to sell, and you could do that. You just got to decide how much of your trade capital are you willing to lose. And remember, this is just one trade. So if that trade is $100, you're talking about a $10 loss. If it's $1,000, you're talking about $100 loss. So you just have to choose. I can't see the chat, so let me see.
Testing 1, 2.
Yeah, but hey, I got an engagement, but man, it was nice talking with you all.
Yeah. Listen, can we do this again with more in-depth,
absolutely. Yes.
I wanted to ask you one question, but I didn't.
Yes. What was the question?
I wanted to ask you, do you look for, I'm assuming you look for Bitcoin as one of the strongest indicators, right? Oh, no, you do the bot does its thing. And the config.
And the configs.
What you set up.
But guess what? The bot looks at whatever pair you're trading. The bot looks at the strongest pair. So that's Bitcoin. It looks at Bitcoin. That's how it gets its indicators. Okay,
man. I'll let you go. Yeah. I appreciate it. Let's do this again. Okay, I know your name now, so
absolutely.
Okay, take care, my man. Just cancel yourself out there, I guess. Thank you. Okay. So what did you guys, what did you guys think of that? I think that was very interesting, but I don't want anyone to get super excited because this is where mistakes happen. Okay. You guys get what I'm saying? Don't get super excited because this is where mistakes happen. It's almost like, oh, is it a sure thing? Is this it? It's a sure thing. Do you guys understand what he was doing? I personally, I'm digging for truth. okay? I am digging for truth. That's what I'm doing. In life, in crypto, in trading, it doesn't matter to me. I'm looking for truth. So I'm, in essence, he's using a bot, which is what I'm interested in because I don't want to be in front of a computer. But I like to learn, try to figure this out. If I could do these trades on my own manually, then I'm looking, I know that what to look for if something's going wrong, okay? But there's certain things that make sense to me. And it's this right here. This is the best indicator. Would you guys agree now that, or whatever, that this here is the indication of which way the market's going to go? Because these altcoins are trailing, and it gives you positions to get out as well, to pay attention to those. I really like this here though, guys. Okay, so we got network admin here. Okay, it says, I already have Crypto Hopper. It's just I've had more loss than gains. Bots could be used in the future. Listen, KBgo, welcome, guys. Every one of you guys that, add to the chat, you guys are adding. Okay, you guys are adding value, definitely. Okay, questions equal answers. Okay, not asking the right questions, that's a problem. Yeah, exactly. Time freedom, crypto ninja, 100% with you on that. That's what I want. That's what everybody wants. But we're done. I'm done, at least. I can't talk to you about what you're doing. I'm done just giving money to something or some entity that's now controlling my money. I want to control my own crypto. I don't have crypto, but the coins that you guys know I have. But now I never fall in love with any dang coin. That's one thing I made up my mind. I'm not falling in love with coins. Coins are zero value to me. They're just, the value is what others have put into it, and I'm going to capitalize. That's it. Okay. If someone's in love with a coin, perfect. That means I'm going to make money off that thing. Okay. What I've been trying to do is study first off why these things happen. Guys, the first time I did assumed trading was 20 out of 20, more or less. For example, let's say it was 19 out of 20 or even 18 out of 20. Don't bother me. Successful trades, okay, at 1.5%. This last time I did this, I did, like, let's say, for example, 16 out of 20, which is good average at 3%. Okay, at 3%. Now we introduce this trailing stop loss, which is a greater way to do it. You can do this manually, okay? You can do this manual, but it's just going to involve time. You just keep moving that thing. 1%, it could drop 1%, guys. That doesn't mean it doesn't stop you up. But 1%, you gotta kind of, if you're looking, I understand what he was saying. He's looking always for 2%. The least amount he'll ever make is 2%, which is what you guys were getting 1%. Take away the fees, you're getting way more than anywhere else you could have ever got. Okay, so, but in essence, you can move this stop manually as you go and feel happy about it. You could. You're not sure, is 10%, is it going to go higher or whatever, right? So just put your trailing stop loss, you do it manually, but this is what we're trying to avoid, is the manual, to give us time freedom. I'm going to look into this here. Definitely going to look into it. But it would be interesting, just to do this manually. Pick one coin, one or two coins like I did, and base it off of Bitcoin. Base it off what the Bitcoin's doing. It's giving you an indication of which way the market's going to go with your coin. It's going to get bigger gains in Bitcoin. Does that make sense? Okay, so network admin, I don't know if you just turned on the bot and let it ride, right? I don't know. But you got to get it close to this. You got to get it close to this. Okay, the pairs. Okay, and some coins, there's so many different variables, it's hard to tell. which coins you're picking, pairing, etc. And maybe you're new to it. I don't know. All I know is if you're paying attention, right? Like I don't know any coins, but it wouldn't take me long, okay, through experience to actually see the coins that are performing better, etc. In top 20 are like potentially, like you're saying, they're a sure thing because they do perform. That's why they're top 20. But some of them perform slower. Some of them, trail slower, and some of them trail faster. So these are things you just got over time experience, I think. Having trading bot can still give you this time freedom as well as better gains, but it is important to learn trading in order to program the bot. Yeah, like you got to know someone that has those what configurations is, right? It's just like trusting someone to send you a signal as to when it can go up and down, which is you can still make money that way. Which is the crypto what was it? Crypto agent bot. It's a different story. If you guys don't know about it, I've been researching different things. So crypto agent bot is a monthly fee, and then what they do is give you signals. Then you got to initiate them on your phone through Telegram. So you get a signal, and then you go through here, click another Telegram, something called Poly or something, and then you initiate the buy or sell, and that's it. You wait for the next signal, which is possibly getting out. Okay, but some of the times might be like when you're sleeping, etc. But from my experience, they've been getting good returns. Okay, but so you got to look at all those things. Is this really what I want? And so the other one that was mentioned is another one I was actually paying attention to. Crypto World Evolution, which has an affiliate program attached to it. I don't have no problems with affiliate programs. It's ways to earn. Okay, it's another way to earn. If something's good and you share it and you make, I'm okay with that. But in essence, those bots, it's not like you're guaranteed anything. Like they can go the opposite way. The price can go the opposite way. So you're trusting still in the bot. These settings, from this one he's mentioned, I guess you can adjust. The other ones, I'm not sure. And the other one is just a signal service. Okay. Type on white, please. Type on white. What are you talking about? Type on white. What you saying? Oh, wait a second. Let me take my earphones out. Hold on. Can you guys still hear me? Listen, no, guys, I want to bring it back to how I essentially started this again. It's super important. I don't want to get too excited about something because, to be honest with you, fundamentals is what matters. Yes, top 20 is not consistent changes, correct. Yeah, I would say so. Coin can come out of nowhere. What you essentially have to do is how it's performing, okay? So that's what I would say. Remember, guys, I am not a trader. I just simply look at things, and when I get it, I got it. And now I can teach it, okay? And when I can teach it, I simplify this in terms of no one's saying this, okay? Now, some of the traders that know this already know this, but they're not saying it. And so we look at all these indicators, this and that, RSIs, and all this other stuff, overbought. What's that mean? Nothing. It still means that the market can still buy more. It just means it's overbought at that second. So using all these dang indicators, I get it. But this one is the biggest one, Bitcoin. It's the biggest indicator. It's the one that's going to tell you if everything's following. You just got to know the basic principles. Do altcoins follow? Yes. Majority of the time they do. When Bitcoin goes the opposite way, does it continue? And he explained it. He explained it perfectly. Roller coaster going up the hill. You got that happening. Okay. So that's a good indicator as to when to get out of the sale. Okay. But this trailing stop does that already. As the market rebounds, it'll stop you out. So I like the trailing stop thing. I think I'm going to try the Dropple bot for a small amount. My thoughts, I don't know anything about the Dropple thing. And I just don't like to try certain things. You got to like do research on the basis. There are hundreds of bots probably out there. All kinds of different things. Again, you are trusting. Here's the deal, Kate Beagle. You know this already. So essentially, you're giving money to this bot that's supposedly supposed to do it. Now, calculate risk. Like everything, you guys know, coming into everything, you got to calculate the risk, whatever you're willing to lose. But then you divide it up so that it only, if it was to lose, it only loses whatever of your amount. Okay, so you divide it, like I said, 10, 20 coins or whatever it is, so that if one loses, you can still gain in the other ones. I don't know what that one does. I don't know what that bot does. But I would definitely look to see what people are saying about it, and you know, and then make a judgment call. But I would seriously, I don't know what you guys do. I do the testing. I do a little bit of testing. Okay, so you guys seen me one day, 2 days ago. I did the testing just to give myself data, and then what happened is the question I ask: what happened here? And one common denominator that I've seen is Bitcoin. This is pretty messy. Okay, but this is something that you guys may have overseen. And some of you guys might not have overseen that, but you're not paying attention to it. Why? Because we just get sidetracked. This is a confusing world we live in. Okay? But we get sidetracked with so many dang things that are coming out. It's unbelievable. Okay? It's unbelievable that we get sidetracked. And in its simplest form, we got to kind of get to the simple root of all things to understand things. And the thing is, there's a certain amount of money, okay, in the system. Yeah, new monies can come in. But the money that's in the system, which is people, we are doing exactly, you just pay attention to what's going on. We're moving the money from one coin to the next coin, to Bitcoin, to Dogecoin, to that coin, to this coin. That's what we're doing. So you know what I'm saying? So that's in essence what people are doing. They're moving from one coin, and when it reaches its point, they sell on that coin, and then they get into another altcoin or whatever the case is, right? Right? They're not holding. We're not talking holding. Holding is very simple. Buy some coins that you think is going to go long term. Community is strong. Got potential project that will continue on. HODL. That's it. There's nothing to holding. But holding can do, holding can go up, can go down, can go up, down, all kinds of crazy stuff that you're missing out on. But if that's the least amount of stress level you want, then that's what you do. Call me old-fashioned, but I still prefer manual trades. Bot is too sci-fi. Well, you should learn manual trading first, right? Before you get any bots. Or else it's just plug and play. You're still trusting something of a bot. And not to say that it's not trustworthy. You just got to look at it, be able to stop it when you don't want it to work. But I think the best indicator, guys, is BTC, really. Not RSIs, not momentum, not all those scholastics. And that other thing, if you're doing manual trading, it's that fib retractment. It's a good indicator too. Fib retractment, that one's a good indicator is where it potentially will, there's buyers and sellers in it. There's like going to be some resistance. But it's all about people. And that's it. Support and resistance lines is just people, that are holding out and waiting for the price to rebound. So when it gets to 20 grand, for example, when it gets to 20 grand Bitcoin, right? There was the high, and then we came back down, etc. When it gets to this, expect some resistance, high resistance, the 20 grand mark, because there are a lot of buyers that got stuck with it and want to get the hell out of it. soon as it hits this area here, they're going to sell. And what's that going to do? Bring the price down somewhat. It's very simple. When you break it down, this is very simple. I just want to know how to make X amount of dollars every single day. Because, you know, if you can guarantee 2%, not guarantee, nobody can guarantee, but if 2%, you can do that all day long, that's what we're looking for. That's it. I'd take 1%. I was taking 1%. I take 1%. And if you get good at it and you can expect that all the time, then all you got to do is crank up the volume. That's it. Right? So in essence, with the stop loss thing, he was guaranteeing, Glenn was guaranteeing himself 2% minimum. Guaranteed minimum when the thing's going the right way. If it's going the wrong way, that's a situation where you got to look at. Then got to look at that. What happened there? I would really look at that. What happened there? Always start the trade on a dip. Let me see what Bitcoin is doing. Let's look at Bitcoin. But do you understand now that I'm saying, what's Bitcoin doing? You guys get it? Now I'm like looking at what's Bitcoin doing? Right? Okay, let's go look at Bitcoin. This gives you an indication. Now I'm not like, well, let's look at your RSI. And I'm not saying that I got this figured out, guys. Please. I don't. But let me look at Bitcoin and what it's doing. This is the best indicator. So if you look, let's just take, for example, let's take the 4 hour. This is 15 minutes. Okay, but you can see what's cooking here. Yeah, look at this right here, guys. Right? So look at this. There's the line there. There's the what do you call it? Fib retractment thing that I created. Okay, you see that line, the green one there? 0.5 or whatever it is. Look, it's hitting that line. Watch, I'm going to make this bigger so you guys can see it. It's hitting that line and passing it. Now, yeah, you can look at the volumes and stuff, but it's still an upwards trend. You see this 50 line? It's still on the upwards trend. It's looking like it's going to continue going up. What's that telling you? What's that telling you? Is to get the altcoins will be going up right now as well. They'll be on their way up. I don't know. Let's go see. And depending on the coins, right? I'm trying to see how this works here. So we got this one here. What is this? Decentraland to, sorry. What was I saying here? You see it pumping here nicely? You see it cross the green line there? What were you saying there? Because I know a lot. Hold on a sec. This is easy. It's not, I don't actually know a lot. I just ask questions. Watch. This thing here, I got the 4 hours. Let me bring this back down and make this smaller. This here, this guiding thing here, I went from this high. So the price is going up. Guys, and don't laugh at me because I do. There's things that I don't get yet, but it's okay. I'm happy with it. So I'm going to get rid of that. And then I just go here. This is what I do with this. I like this one. Fib retractment. And the price is going up. So I'll go from here, the high point, because this was the high point here. This was another high point. So I'll just go here from this high point. And I'll come down to this bottom right here. You see right here, this bottom? I'll go right down to the bottom. Something like that. And that'll give me an indicator. Same thing as what you guys were seeing. Okay, you see it there? There's the green line indicator. Chances are when it comes closer, hits that green line, it will come back down, which it did here. It didn't achieve that line. It came back down. But it's still moving upwards. Now, there's other things to look at, guys. I haven't got this all figured out yet, but it's on its way up. It's on its way up again, looks like to me. Volume is another thing to look at. It really is. Because you can't buy, I don't have that thing anymore here. In order for the price to go up, there has to be buyers to buy that. Anyway, Bitcoin's going up. I would definitely not put, I would definitely not, you know, these other ones, I would not be selling them. I would be buying them right now to go upwards. See how this is almost touching? Here's one of my dudes right here. Oh, it actually did touch. Oh, no, this is a 4 hour, sorry. Let me go to 15 minute. So it's almost, I'm almost out of this, this trade too. If it touches this, I made my 3%. This is another one, okay? Because I start with Bitcoin right here, and then I know this one, see, it's going the wrong way. And this one, were all the ones I did not win. So this one, chances are it's going to go upwards because Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's going up, this one's going to start going up. This one's going to start going up. It's not always true, guys. And I'd like to know what that means. That's what I'm searching for. And then this one will start going up. You see, it almost reaches my level here. But chances are, if I look at Bitcoin right now and it's starting to make a move upwards, you know, instead of going for this big profit, I might want to just get out here. I don't know. I'm guesstimating. But what you need to know now when I'm studying and researching this is how much of a trailing time is it? Like, will this still hit this line? Just because Bitcoin's going on its way up right now, this other coin has to start trailing it. How soon before it does that? These are the questions I have, guys. They're questions that I have. You guys follow? They're questions that I have, and I'm sharing them with you guys. You're a fib expert? Okay. Okay. How can you make money in times when there's 80% correction in the market to 5K? Well, you're selling your BTC 20K to 5K when the whole market went down from. Well, you're making it. You first off, you sold whatever you have. If it's Bitcoin, whatever altcoin, you've sold it. As it's making its way down, the roller coaster ride, you sold it. And then you're going to make your profits on their way up when you rebuy. That's how you make it. You don't, sometimes there's no times to trade. You don't do those trades. But if it went from 20 to whatever and it starts to regain, that's where you essentially can come back in, buy, and now you're making profits all throughout the whole thing. %80 corrections, and that is scary. Well, it's best to learn. Watch this, guys. This is what I do know. Well, I don't know. Let me just share this with you guys. I just gotta move my face, man. So BTC USD here. You see this? You see how it's bouncing here? So you gotta watch certain things. I mean, this is 15 minutes. The fact that it's trailing is a good thing because you don't have to act the second Bitcoin acts. You got to kind of know which way it's going and then start trailing it. So Bitcoin gives you that a little bit of leeway, I think. It's not conclusive, guys. But look at this, guys. I want to show you guys 15 minutes. So let's go to one daily. Let's go to daily. Let's look at this on a daily. Okay. So here's the daily again. Look. You should always look at the different time zones anyway, just to get a better indicator of what the market's doing. Okay, so you see right here, you see how this is where we start the thing, okay? So these are, like, if you're looking for support and resistance line, these are clear, as clear as you can pretty much get indicators. It's going to be in around that area, okay? They're short as showing you support lines. What's cool is that this 1.618, you see the 1.618, that's generally speaking where it potentially could go to before it starts taking another breath here, okay? Like as we're making our way up, we can see it break. We might, and this is me guessing, guys, but I know that this 1.618 is a good indicator as to the highest point in the trend before it takes a nice breath. And that's, you know, when it crosses this is Bitstamp, guys. So we're looking 24,000 around there, 24.3 or something like that, as the price moves way up here. Way up here. So once it crosses, you know, if it's making its way, I personally still not sure if it's going to come down a bit more before it goes up. I'm no expert though, guys. I've mentioned this 100 times. So you can mean sell all portfolio. No, price is currently, this is okay. Hold on one sec, crypto. Bantai, got it. Yeah, 1.61. That's the limit. Like, that's what you can look forward to. If this is what, in my studies, this is what I've run across. Okay, that's what people are saying. So you guys can see that's that 20 some odd thousand. So you mean sell all portfolio? I mean, I don't hold. I'm not crypto guy that holds coins. So you guys are holding coins because I don't know why you're holding coins. Because it's safer and it's not. Sometimes all these trades don't equal the percentage. I think they should equal more percentage than what you're going to make. But holding coins, I don't know. That's just, I don't like holding. I don't think I would hold coins personally myself. I don't know. It's safer in terms of like not making mistakes when you're trading, but you got to make enough trades. It's not just, you're not just relying on one coin and that's it. And I'm going to make this trade and it's the wrong trade and that's all you got. You're relying more on other coins as well to balance it all out. You're a rookie and you're learning from me, man. Don't look at me for learning. I'm teaching you what I'm learning. But I try to learn the fundamentals. Not the technical I'm looking more fundamentals. You know, you can look at these things. They all represent people and buying and selling. Yeah, fibs are okay, but supply and demand control everything. Yeah, so guys, you know, I've been sharing what I know in terms of what I learned. Coins equals zero value. The only thing that gives value to a coin is community and faith. That's principle step number one. That was it. Now I can continue going forwards, and I understand that people, you know, are the ones that control the up and down volume as well. It's not everybody holding Bitcoin. They're holding. They will come in from one coin to the other. They might sell the Bitcoin and come into this other altcoin. But Glenn, you pay attention. He's not even in Bitcoin. He's in other altcoins. Well, you transfer to Bitcoin, and then you come into another coin. That's the transfer point. Okay, but fibs are okay. Those lines, the fibs or whatever the heck you want to call it, they're just showing you support lines and resistance lines. It's like this. That's the cycle of a coin. All these represent, like if you find a pattern where it's like this, this is where people have bought, okay, and sold, okay? So, I mean, there's a bunch of people up here that are holding the coins. So when this thing comes up, for example, let me rub it a little bit. Some of you guys there, I've explained about this. Actually, I don't even want to go there anymore. But some people that bought Bitcoin at this, they're like, oh man, I can't. First off, it's wrong way. They bought Bitcoin and it dropped all the way down. They're just waiting for the price to get back up here. That's a resistance line. So that when price gets up here, they can sell. They want out of it. They're done with crypto. Not everybody. But as soon as they start selling because they were holding a bunch and they're like, man, I got my money back. I don't want anything to do with this crypto. This price will come back down. That's what happens when you hit resistance. It comes back down. But it's people. It's people and money. Okay, so they're selling. Again, somebody's picking up those coins because they know more than these amateurs, like most of us. They're picking up those coins because they know that what happens to the coins they pick up. Anyone that's smart and goes, this thing's going to go up. You're picking them up cheaper. Now, you're buying it and you're buying back the market. Now it's going to cross this line because there's less resistance. And now we're going all-time high. And then guess what? These ones that sold are now going, man, did I just make a mistake? Because they don't know how it works. Now they're like, man, I'm going to buy back in because I got my monies back. Now I'm going back in. And the pressure builds. So yes, 100% agreed. It's about supply and demand. But some people, I don't know, you guys getting all this, what I'm saying? Because I got to end this. You guys getting all this? You starting to get this? Yeah, but it's all like those candles, every candle and volumes and all that stuff just represents people buying and selling. And some people really are in love with a mission or a coin. I don't want to be in love with any coin. Not one. I will trade that coin for another coin if that one's going to make me more money. What am I going to look for? I'm going to look for BTC. What's BTC doing? It's the king. It tells me everything. It tells me which way it's going to go. If it's pushing up, going high, I want to ride that. Start getting into some altcoins that are going upwards. If you're doing this manually, but if you're using a bot, it should know these indicators. Trailing stop is awesome. Trailing stop is awesome. It's guaranteeing you, like, as soon as that sucker hits whatever 3%, you can now celebrate because it's only worst cases are going to come down to 2 and you're out. You made 2%. But if that thing keeps going on that trend, this is awesome. This trailing stop. You can do this manually. Just keep moving it up. Keep moving it up. So here's the price. It's reached $5. Okay. Now it's at $8. Move your thing here to $7. If you're doing this manually, $8, it goes to $10. Move this one up to $9. Just remember that this can come back and hit your trailing stop, knock you out of the trade, and then goes back up. But if it moves hard down, you just want to minimize your loss. So these are the tricks of the trade: trailing stop loss, what to pay attention to, best indicator. Are we clear? Are we all on the same page here? Best indicator is Bitcoin. Just look at what Bitcoin's doing. So if you use all these other indicators, it's okay. Use them all and then verify. Look at Bitcoin. See what it's doing. I haven't discovered it all, guys, but I'm trying my best to figure it out. I'm hitting these pretty good, though. 16 out of 20. And you guys seen it. Let me go look. So in essence, if you guys caught what Glenn was saying, what he was saying is, you know what? The market is got to have volatility to it. Listen to me what I'm saying. What he was saying was, as long as the coin has volatility, upward and downward movement, chances are it's going to come back and I'm not going to hold any bag and get out of the sale or make my profits on the return, which is what's happening with my trading, my fake trading. You guys see what I'm saying? I thought it's going to go down. It actually didn't go down. It's starting to go up. Why is it going up? Well, because Bitcoin's going up. That's probably the reason. It's changed momentum. But nevertheless, it goes up, down, and all of a sudden it boom, crosses my line. I make my 3%. But look at all the, that's what can happen. So let me look at this for a sec. What was I going to look for? Let me look at the ones that I had here. Give me a sec. 15 minutes. Yeah, so, okay, let me show you guys this. You might as well see what I'm seeing. So remember, here's Bitcoin. This is where I started, okay? This is what I'm looking at. And you guys seen that it went up a little bit. Here's the line. Here's the line, guys. It's up here already. So it's getting some momentum going up. So I expect the other coins to go up too. And look here. If you look here, you can see that it was going down, almost hitting my line for profits. Okay, right now I'd want to be careful on this and, for example, get the heck out because it's showing you already. It's showing you that it wants to go follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going up. This one wants to go up because it wants to minimize the loss. Remember, you're talking about a pair. So it's this coin, Ambrosos, or whatever it's called, to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's making gains, that gap is going to be bigger and bigger, right? So it wants to start following, so the gap ain't too big. I don't know. I'm just guessing. See here? This will, what I like to pay attention to, maybe what you guys should start doing, is just pay attention what's Bitcoin doing, and then see these other different coins on TradingView. See if they're changing momentum. But that's what we've learned, that they will follow it. So right now it's pushing downwards, but this might change and start going the other way. Okay. These are the ones I won already. And it's true that, you know, and I'm not, some of these coins aren't even top 20 or whatever. So they not being top 20 is also like, I don't even know what those coins are that I picked, but some of those coins might not be a good pick because they're just unpredictable. So you want to stick with coins that are more predictable, more volume, that do move. Those are the better ones, I would say, just looking at that. Total market cap. Well, that's what you're saying is essentially the top 20 coins, because that's the top market cap, because it's harder to move those. When you get a coin that comes into the new coins, new coin that just came in, it doesn't have a lot of volume, not much market cap, right? So, I mean, it's easy to pump and dump the coins and you're not sure what the heck is going. It's not actually following what Bitcoin's doing. It's doing whatever it wants. It's got its own little market. But those ones that have been in it for a while, that's what you got to look at. That's what I'd like to look at, is how many have showed better gains than Bitcoin? Better gains than Bitcoin over the whole year. There were lots of them. Okay. Yes, something can happen with a coin. BCC, for example, was one of them. Was probably the number one producing coin. Biggest gains. Okay, biggest gains. Outperformed BTC. So you got to look at those coins, but then all of a sudden something can happen and then, right? But what I'm saying is look at those other coins that have outproduced. Yeah, manipulation of small coins is easy because you just need a little bit of money. So any whale can manipulate that market. Or a bunch of people get together and pump the volume. That's actually what the government's looking into, those type of schemes that have been around since the inception of these coins. These coins were developed just to make money. I showed you guys on previous live streams. That's why, and you know, nobody knows, everybody's looking at projects and stuff. It's just, you got to pay attention because they're still making money. Glenn himself is saying, I don't even deal with Bitcoin. I'm dealing with these altcoins because there's more money in them. That's why they were developed. But they're closely tied to BTC. Closely tied to BTC. Everything is manipulated, right? Exactly. Money, wherever there's money, it's an opportunity to move. But in those instances, like Forex, etc., which I've dabbed into that a little tiny bit. Oh, another nightmare. Nevertheless, trying to figure out indicator, whatever. It's just a nightmare. Seriously. But you have smart money. That's what they call them, smart money. Those ones that have billions of dollars that move markets whenever they want. They wake up in the morning, they say, this is where it's going to go. And they buy. And that's it. Everybody else is just like a bunch of dummies walking around. What should we do now? Sell, right? That's what it is, right? I don't want you guys to be dummies. I teach you what I know. And what I know, I hope, is the truth. Coming. It's developing. But you guys can disagree. You do whatever you want. You go to the coin market cap and just base it on whatever you want. Projects. I'm going right to the root. All coins equal zero value. The things that creates coin going up or down is community and faith. In terms of these altcoins, all it is they're moving their money from one coin to the next coin. That's it. That's all that's happening. When new people come in, the first thing that they go for is BTC, Bitcoin. Right? That's the first thing anyone knows is Bitcoin. They don't really know much of anything else. So they go into Bitcoin. That's the dumb money. They call it dumb money. Most of us. Dumb money comes in. And then the smart money is the ones that understand this principle. No, oh, look at all the dumb money coming up. The price is going up. Let's get into these freaking things. You don't have to be in Bitcoin. Just the altcoins are going to go up higher and quicker. Or higher, I should say. But be careful because they can turn around and come back smashing down. By that time, you got to get out. And guys, I don't understand the exchanges, right? I came from Bitstamp. They used to go to USD and that's it. Like if I get into a trade, I'd be in the trade, out the trade to USD. So you just have to, on a down market, I guess you just got to sell it. I don't know, good question to ask, but I would say sell it. And because it's all going down, right? Like you're saying, so sell it. I don't know. I guess they use Tether. Is that what people use? Or they just move it over to an exchange to USD. I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys are the ones using Binance and stuff. I don't. This is new to me. But if it's going down, the thing is, it never just goes down. There are little moments where it goes up, etc. So you can still capitalize on these moments. But it's like everything. You got to be able to read it. I hope I didn't confuse you guys any more than what I'm confused. I just want to point out certain things. And one of them is this. Bitcoin is a strong indicator. Apart from anything else, moving averages, all that other stuff, this is a strong indicator of where the altcoin's going. Does that make sense, guys? I'm going to do a little research on this crypto hopper. Maybe I'll have Glenn back or something, or even the person who was the person that's saying that they've traded crypto hopper. I'm going to look into it a little bit because there's a couple of bots that I'm looking into. And it's interesting to me because if I can make trades based on certain indicators and win most of them, what else can I say? If I can make trades and win most of them, and these bots have built-in trailing stops, okay? Like, let me regurgitate and say this again, okay? If I'm showing you on the screen, which I have, of me making simple trades, and I draw a little line, and I say, that's 3%, I'm out, okay? And I've done that and made these successful trades at 3%, and you've seen some of them continue to go up. I'm not going to pull them up right now. Well, I could, but some of them are 15, 20%, but I'm out because it's 3%. I don't have this trailing stop. So in essence, if I had this trailing stop, that 3% that I got would now be going up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hits 20%, comes down to 19, I'm out, 19%. So those ones that I didn't achieve full potential are paying for the one that's right now getting buried at 10%. The 2 or 3 that I think there were 3 of them. One was 10, one was 15 or 20. Those other ones are eating up the losses. Does that make sense? Gimmerbot, I don't know. Gimmerbot. Let me write this down. I'm not really going to try. I really don't want to try any bot unless it's working. In other words, I'm going to put money in there and let's see that thing ride. I could judge it just based on what other people are talking about. Really, I can. Just based on what they're saying, pay attention to what the guy's saying. But there's other things out there. There's another program right now that got me interested in see what happens when you start digging. Arbitrage, the exchange arbitrage. Okay, I've seen it. You guys seen it. It's one of those programs. I'm not interested in joining that programs. Okay, but I was interested in the concept behind it, which is arbitrage. And I dug a little deeper and I found something where this guy was doing some arbitrage, which is the price of Bitcoin is here selling at, let's say, whatever it is, 11.5. And over here, they're selling it for 12.5. So there's a difference. All you got to do is send the money and make that difference in price. So I know you guys might know what I'm talking about. I'm not interested in that program, but that strategy is interesting. Can we arbitrage by ourselves? If you're talking about exchange arbitrage, there's guys that have developed even spreadsheets, very simple spreadsheets that are doing it. But their arbitrage goes from, instead of US, like you can't sell that thing for USD on another exchange, etc., or whatever. That's where it gets a little bit caca. But what you can do is sell it at that exchange, then convert it to Litecoin, and then from Litecoin send it to the other. You get what I'm saying? So you're doing a big circle with the cryptocurrencies and then back to the exchange where now you're able to, you've made the profits through that. But that's another story, guys. Today is a headache day. I'm too dumb for training. Yeah. The key though, because I never want to leave you guys confused. Okay. So I'm going to make a summary on this. Okay. The key to this is this. I know a lot of you guys are new. You got some coins now or whatever. You're just dipping and dabbing because you want to make a percentage. You guys liked the percentage. I always knew that 1% was never out of the question apart from anything else. I'm much more confident and comfortable in saying that 1% is very possible. 2% all day long, like for example, like Glenn says, 2%. 2% all day long, which is killing every single one of those platforms that you guys are talking about, that everybody wants to join, etc., because they don't know how. So this just shows me that potentially this is quite possible. More so gains, yes, I still believe in those huge gains because of this mere fact. If price is going up and down, that's all you need to make money. If it's going up and it goes down, you can make it up and you can make it on the downwards. When it bounces back up. That's common sense stuff. $1 is too much. Well, we were making 0.98. I could make 0.98 all day long or 0.8%. I don't care. I really don't care. That's enough for me. 1% is awesome if you think about it. But now I'm not shooting for 1%. I'm shooting for whatever I can. And how you do that is to understand what's going on. Who's talking about a $100 trade though? Put $1 million trade. You don't have $1 million, that's okay. If you knew you were consistently getting that, okay, then that's where it all changes for you. $1,000. That's how I started BCC. Okay, that's where you start making money. You're looking at 1% and enough for $100. Well, that's why you got to start getting that. Keep going, keep compounding that. Okay, but keep compounding it. Okay, but you just don't dump money in there and just hope and pray. You compound it. You got to do some testing. The $100 is to test. You test, and if you can make percentages off $100, then you're going to make it off 1,000, off of 10,000, off 100,000. It don't matter the number after. The number don't matter. So, for example, what's 2% of 70,000? What's that? What's 2% of 70,000? What's 1% of 70,000? Jesus, Murphy. It's just a simple question. See, it's simple math. This is what kills me. Right? Compounding is gold. Yeah, I mean, this is it. So you need to know that you're able to make it with small amounts. When you can make it with small amounts, you crank it up. $700. Okay? So there you go. That's 1%, right? That's 1%, $700. 2% is $1,400. You're asking a question as to what if is a good time to buy. I don't know. I think that the price is on its way up. Okay, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Meaning it's on its way up, I think, but coming back down to where it was, it's not going to. It might come back a little bit and then come out. That's my opinion. So let me ask you a question. Is $10,000, what's it now, 11? Would you rather buy Bitcoin at 11 or 20? There's no for sure thing, right? Because it's all, and the reason why it's never for sure, clause, is because we're dealing with people and anything can happen. That thing can go to zero. I'm not kidding. It can go the other way. Lots had to happen for that to happen. People have to sell. It have to be huge catastrophic news on cryptocurrency. Like there was a leak. All of a sudden, the confirmation things. There's something broken in the system now with Bitcoin. Now there's a leak. All of a sudden, they've hit a certain block now that all of a sudden now there's money being spewed out to Satoshi Nakamoto, right? Because he programmed that in there and they didn't see it. It's now spewing. Guess what happens? People lose faith and sell. Get it? Does that make sense now? I had to go to the extreme to prove a point because, oh no, it's not going to happen. Anything can happen. We're talking about people. And I don't care. The whales can't stop that bloodshed. It might go, it won't never, I'll probably never go to zero, but it would go way down. So you'd lose a ton of money. So just get that in your head, okay, please? I don't know if you're, what you're saying. Just understand your moves, your choices. I think that it's going to go up. It might breathe a little bit coming down. I think it's going to go up. And you're going to see super confidence when it cracks at 20. You're going to see people like, oh, coming back into it again from nowhere. But in essence, yeah, so this is essentially talking about this. This is what I had. This is what I had in BCC. This is what I could make a day. This is what I could make a day at 1%. 1%. If I figured this out. Okay? That's a day. We're talking percentages per day. So when you say 1% isn't enough, you don't know what you're talking about. You just pump up the volume, right? Pump up the volume. And if it's 2%, it's doubled per day. These numbers I'm showing you mean nothing. Just get that in there. I'm just telling you. All you need to do is pump up the volume. You got someone doing 100,000? There you go. It's 10. That's 1,000. 100,000 is $1,000 a day at 1%. Well, just trying to flip for a short-term gain, not long-term. I never really pay attention to altcoins, but I think my focus is going to be on altcoins now because the gains are bigger. The potential of gains are bigger. 10,000 worth of trades. This is 10,000 worth of trade. Well, this is showing you 70 grand. 70 grand of money being traded. That's what that's showing you. And when I said 100,000, that's $100,000 of money being traded. Right? At the 1%. At 1%. 2% doubled. 3% better. If you get a 20% day, hello, But you're never just going to be in one coin though. You're never just going to be in one coin. You should separate it like in amongst like 13, 14, 15. I don't know. I don't know what the amounts are. I'm new to this, but you should separate. That's diversification. That's what you need to diversify, or else you could win or lose big. But if you diversify, it's better. You're losing in one or two, and then the other ones are gaining, so they're compensating. You're shooting for the 1, 2, 3, 4%, any pot over that. Like Glenn's strategy guarantees him, as long as it doesn't go the opposite way. And then he still states, which is true because you've seen on my trading, if it does go the opposite way, he'll hold it until it rebounds. And then he'll go into and bang. He's either positive but he's either got the minimum when it hits the 3%, he's in the 2%. He didn't lose anything. You only lose when you sell. Like you're out. But what I said is, if it's going to deep zone, if it's going into the zone, you could cut it here if you can take that money and use it to go on another coin that's showing more promise. So sometimes you got to cut your losses, in other words. Cut your losses to go into the positive of the other one. I don't know which strategy is better. Everyone's got different strategy. But just because you're losing, you haven't lost if you're gaining somewhere else. So if you cut that one, you're just trading in another coin that's going the right way. Then you're like looking at it, bang, bang. Instead of, you get it, right? I'm trying to simplify it as simple as I can, but it's still not like, there's no for sure. But I'm just saying, maybe you guys weren't aware of paying attention to one indicator, which is Bitcoin. Okay? Take note, if you guys are trading these altcoins, let me just actually see what Bitcoin's doing. So it's kind of going sideways. So, it didn't really make the move that we wanted. And let me just see if I'm hitting my thing. So here, let me just check out. Yeah. So it's just kind of doing this right now. But if it shoots up, well, it should give you enough time to, the gap is very interesting to me, actually. If Bitcoin really does a nice shoot up, is there enough time to capitalize on that? That's probably what the bot is doing, but I'm talking manually trading. If I seen Bitcoin going for a nice surge, how much time before that altcoin goes? And if there's a nice gap in between before that altcoin starts going the same path, that's beautiful. That allows you to come into that altcoin, get that gain, set your stop loss. If you can't do it, you got to do it manually. You can set it at a certain percentage and then come back to it and hope to God it didn't trigger out. But if it did trigger out, you're still with your little percentage on your manual. Okay, guys, I got to go here. Does that make sense? Did that make sense at all? Was this a waste of time or what? It's not a waste of time. Some parts were good. I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm doing. And I'm going to be sending, because, we all got hit hard with some things. You guys get it. It's in the past for me for a while already. We'll see how that unfolds. Nevertheless, we got to keep going forwards and understand that we are coin holders on one instance. And secondly, that no coin should ever control us. So we now take control of the coin and do not have any emotions with coins. If you do, just be prepared to go up and down and up and down, and who knows? I like to take control of how I'm making money as much as I can. And you guys have this, right? You guys have this control. That's what I'm trying, in essence, what I'm trying to do with these lives is to give you guys control since day one. I've been doing this for almost 2 months already. Okay, guys, I've been trying to tell you guys, you are in control. Quit going for these easy things, giving people more money, etc., because it's just easier, etc. High risk, really high risk, which means you could lose a ton. Okay, so let's not do that anymore. Let's pay attention, start learning this. Yes, most of the trading indicators are mumbo jumbo, trying to get you into something else, trying to get you to buy something else. I'm not kidding. In this mess, I haven't found anything that 100% works, but you guys have seen my progress. I shoot enough coins there that the market is going this way and this way. It's almost like I'm almost winning all the time. And the losses, if I wait long enough, I'll get them back. But one indicator you might be overseeing is Bitcoin. So start putting your attention to that one. And if you guys are in love with certain, you shouldn't be in love with any coin, but if you are in love with a coin, pay attention. Start looking at Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? Is your coin going up? Is Bitcoin going up? How much time in between? Do you see it? Maybe it's a time to buy more of those coins if you wanted to. I don't know. The problem is you guys got to flip those coins. You got to flip them. There's got to be a time where you flip them. You get out. Now, what would be awesome is if there was a coin that's actually going opposite what Bitcoin's doing, because that's where you flip them to. That's where you buy into. Or, yeah, when you sell your coin, you come into that. Does anyone know of such a coin? No? To me, it was when it boiled down to it was just sending my Bitcoin or whatever to Bitstamp, cashing out. But there's a time thing. Actually, I don't even know what Bitstamp has. If Binance and these other exchanges get USD in there, then it's like beautiful. People get out of their trade when it's at the high and just wait to buy back in. Let me see what Bitstamp does though. Bitstamp. What do they do anyway? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP. What's XRP? You guys are like, what's this guy, man? He doesn't even know what XRP is. Man, XRP is, what is this? The heck's XRP, guys? Very amateur. Be careful, Binance. Be careful with all exchanges. You got to have trust in something, right? Ripple, okay, that's what they have. They have Ripple, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. So you can, in essence, convert it to Litecoin and then send it over out of there. You want to bring it into USD or something. You want to have something that's, if you know it's going down hard, or you just wait and, I don't know. I got to dive deeper into that. Ripple, okay. Yeah, I mean, Binance is number one exchange now, isn't it? So, I mean, you got to be careful with all exchanges. Bitstamp has been around for a long time, but it's never grown beyond those big coins. It's never gone into all the coins that Binance has or Bittrex or. Yeah, Tether is the other thing, though. The problem is with Tether is like whether it's safe or unsafe, I don't know. I mean, people are just concerned. That's why Binance should have its own coin. It does have its own coin, but what I mean is use a coin like that to transfer in and out. I talked about that in my last live stream. You guys watch it. Another powerful thing that I think that should have happened. And then you'd have Binance coin going up in value and people would just jump all over that thing and do it. Yeah, be awesome. But Tether is something new I don't know about. But yeah, it's the same thing. That can happen. That can disappear. But anything can happen. Anything can disappear. Doesn't matter what exchange. Anyone can shut their doors. Why would they though? Oh yeah. There is a fake Binance. Make sure you log into the correct Binance site. Yeah. And they're getting very tricky. I think what he's talking about is the Binance. You got to watch very careful. Like you should bookmark Binance, to be honest with you. So you're always going there with the same one. Because the one he's talking about is actually it's like little tiny dots underneath. You can't see it. It looks like Binance.com. But if you go into where it says the security thing, security, what's it called? SSL or whatever. That's where you're going to see if it's true or not. But yeah, there's so little dots under N, and then the other thing, I looked at a video actually, and it looks like Binance firsthand. So if you just whatever, bang, you click on it, you wouldn't know the difference. And then there's thieves everywhere. Right. So there's thieves everywhere. That happens. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I wanted to keep this short and simple, man, but I actually like the fact that Glenn was able to come on here. First time I met him. Sounds like a good guy. And shared some knowledge. Okay. And you guys got to partake in that. Next time, don't be so scared and be in your underwear watching this, because you might be able to get on here and share your 2 cents or thoughts like me. And this is how we learn. You got to ask questions, though. You have to ask questions if you want truth. If you don't ask questions, you'll never get truth. You just be like following somebody else. Okay, I got to go. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.